was quick. Good evening, everybody. That was quick. That's what happens when you're busy doing all manner of things while you're getting ready for the show. Good evening, everybody. Dr. Kesslin here, host of Doing the Doctorate. Listen, I feel naked tonight. I feel my my partner is not he, my co-host is not here. Dr. A.O. What? I don't even know how I'm supposed to function without Dr. O on the podcast. It just feels, oh, where are you? Anyway, we're going to keep it moving because we have some important work to do. We don't have Dr. O tonight, but we do have a phenomenal guest who's going to join us shortly. Dr. Lakeisha is going to be in the house, and so you will hear from her just a minute. But we have been doing a podcast series for those who are preparing to enter doctoral programs. Yeah, we have been really focusing on you, helping you prepare for what to know, where to go, and how to begin to win. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. Some of what we are talking about in this podcast is going to be in this book that I wrote, the second book, Doing the Doctorate, What to Know, Where to Go, and How to Begin to Win. Shameless plug, grab it on Amazon. Listen, this is the show that is helping you get in, through, and out of your doctoral program, in, through, and out of your doctoral program. And tonight, on tonight's show, we are talking about researching doctoral programs without getting overwhelmed. Researching doctoral programs without getting overwhelmed. If you're feeling excited but a little overwhelmed, trying to find the right doctoral program for you, you are not alone. There are so many others who just want to know, how do I get in? How do I even look for a program? How do I know where to go? How do I know how to access faculty? How do I know what program fits for me? And so tonight we are talking about it. But let me just pause and give a shout out to all of those of you who are shouting me out. Today is my birthday. Hey, it's my birthday. Listen, I am so excited about being 53. I'm so thankful to God for 53. There are so many things that have occurred that could have taken me out, but I know that there's purpose in my life. I know that there are things that I have yet to do. I know that there are people that I have yet to be in contact with. And so I am thankful for 53. So thank you all for shouting me out. Thank you for sending me love. Thank you for just letting me know that you appreciate the work that is being done. Thank you so very much. It's been a great day. I got to spend the day with my children and my housemate. Actually, we share a birthday. Isn't that wild? So my housemate and my kids, we all went out and had a good time celebrating our birthday, June the 22nd. It's not a national holiday, but it should be. Anyway, I am just so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you all. If you are here for the first time, please make sure that you are putting your name in the comments. We want to know who you are. Thank you. That's my sister. Thank you. My old friend. You notice that she says old. This is the one day of the year where I actually have become older than she is by 6 months. Anyway, thank you, Tony. Listen, if you're visiting with us, put your name in the comments. Tell us where you are in your doctoral journey. If you are applying to be in a doc program, if you or have completed your doc program, if you are in your doc program, let us know where you are and what your journey is. We want to make sure that we stay in contact with you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Take the time to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. So Man, it's been a busy week. I usually ask Dr. O, like, so what's been going on? Oh, let me tell you, it's been a busy week. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be at UDC, building their Master of Social Work program, and to be leading the charge at the North American Association of Christians in Social Work. It's been a busy week, but I'm also a member of a faith community. And yesterday, you all, we had an amazing career and career and info and resource fair, career info and resource fair. And we were able to meet people from all walks of life, some of whom had their doctorate's degree, and some of whom who didn't, but they are all doing amazing work. If you are listening, any of you are listening to the podcast, maybe you are helping us plan this career fair, and maybe you participated in some way. I just want to say thank you. It was an amazing day. Our women's ministry is led by Reverend Dr. Shirley Johnson, and it is under her leadership that we were able to produce such a wonderful program. So I am very thankful for just being busy, doing the things that I can to ensure that people are walking in the way that they feel led to walk. So I'm thankful for that. Let me start with our thought for the day. Here's our doctoral thought for the day. You are valuable. And Dr. McMillan, thank you so much, Sister Doc. Thank you so much. Look forward to having you in the space in just a moment. And I'm going to ask you about your feedback to this. So here's the thought for tonight. You are valuable. And I've shared this one before, but you are valuable because you are here. Pursuing the doctoral degree is simply how you are choosing to manifest and multiply that value. Persist. All right. You are valuable because you were here. Pursuing the doctoral degree is simply how you are choosing to manifest and multiply that value. Some people believe that they should get their doctorate to prove that they are worthy, to prove that they know something, to prove that they are valuable. But to be honest, having the doctorate doesn't prove that you're valuable. You're valuable even before you have the doctorate, even without the doctorate, without any degree. You are a value. You are a value in this earth. Having the doctorate just allows you to manifest. It just allows you to sit at tables. It allows you to create different types of policies. It allows you the know-how to share statistics and to add even more value in this earth. But you are valuable even without the degree. So don't think that because people call you doctor, you are more valuable. No, you're valuable even without it. But when you get it, you're just able to manifest and multiply that value in the earth. All right. So I want you to remember that you are valuable. You're valuable. Tonight, before we dive into tonight's topic, let me just remind you that we are in the midst of doing a series for those who are interested in getting their doctoral degree. And I want to offer you this resource again. It's called Doing the Doctorate: What to Know, Where to Go, and How to Begin to Win. What to know, where to go, and how to begin to win. And you can pick it up on Amazon. For those of you who are still shopping at Amazon, you can pick it up on Amazon or reach out to me and we'll talk about the best ways for you to be able to get it. Not sure if Dr. McMillan is in the house yet, but I'm going to introduce. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all about my friends. I literally called her like 10 minutes ago and said, hey, Dr. O can't be with us tonight. Can you hop on in? And she was like, I'm on the road, but I'll join you. I'll join you as soon as I get there. So thank you, Sister Doc.
My pleasure. My pleasure to be here on your birthday with you.
It's my
Hello.
birthday. It's my birthday.
Okay.
Yes, my
I
birthday. It's
love
my
it. I
birthday.
love it. I love it.
Y'all, let me tell y'all about my friend, Dr. Lakeisha Webb McMillan. Let me just read her bio real quick. And she is going to talk about, Doc, we're doing a series on helping people who are interested in getting their doctorate, helping them kind of find their way and get into their space. So tonight you're going to take on the medical kind of area because you chose a different doctoral journey. So that's what we're going to talk. Let me tell you all about Dr. Lakeisha Webb McMillan, born and raised in Huntsville, Alabama, which is where I met her 1 or 2 years ago. Only 1 or 2. She earned her undergraduate degree in biology cum laude from Oakwood College, now Oakwood University, and continued her studies at Loma Linda University School of Medicine. Oh, I remember those days. I remember those days. In addition to her academic degrees, Dr. Lakeisha is certified in the use of the Da Vinci robotic system for minimally invasive laparoscopic surgery. Say that a few times. Her ability to reach and teach women has expanded through her bestseller, The Other PMS. Listen, if you all haven't gotten this book, you need to get it. The full title, The Other PMS, Your Survival Guide to Perimenopause and Menopause. Get the book. Get the book. It will answer many questions for you. Her passion for helping women in perimenopause and menopause includes contributions that span from being a featured expert on Oprah's own TV network to being on the founding advisory board of the only FDA approved physician designed vaginal lube line, Momentum Intimacy. Did I say that correctly, Doc? Come on, Doc. She is a gifted speaker. Yes, she is. She is my friend. Yes, she is. She's an integrative OBGYN, hormone specialist, and Amazon bestseller. Dr. Lakeisha validates perimenopausal and menopausal women's symptoms, helps us. Come on, hormone hotties, helps us crack the hormone code and personalize our symptom solution blueprint. Her unique blend of medical advice and personal experience empowers women like me to help our bodies obey again, leading to a snatched waist. Not there yet. Had to choke myself up on that one. Snatched waist, sharp minds, and the best sex that can I say that? Best sex they've ever had. Follow Dr. Keisha Hormone Hotties. Follow her on social media at Dr. Lakeisha MD. I need to spell your Lakeisha because your Lakeisha is a little different than everybody else's Lakeisha. Dr. Lakeisha is LAKEISCHA. All right, MD. Hey, Doc. Woo!
Day.
Thank you.
This is a divine appointment.
Wait, your birthday is coming up. I haven't forgotten July, the first week in July.
Yeah, you're right.
Third, second.
Yes.
I remembered kinda. I remember first week in July.
That I am in your heart and mind is really good enough. Honestly.
Yay!
Honestly. I mean, like I said, when you were like, hey, can you? And I was like, I'm like 10 minutes down the road. If we wrap this up real quick, we can make it. We can so enough make it.
So glad. So glad. Listen, most people, I shouldn't say most, many people may not understand the Oakwood connection. And Oakwood University is not a perfect place, but it is an amazing place.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Little small HBCU in Huntsville, Alabama.
I'm probably going to be, people are probably going to say I'm being blasphemous by saying this, but I feel we were the original Hillman College. Like that's the feel.
It is. It really is.
You know everybody, or you know a lot of people. Or there's not even 6 degrees of separation. There's maybe 3.
True. And the connections are a lifetime.
Hello.
Everywhere I go, my kids are like, Mommy, you met them at Oakwood? Yep.
Same.
Mommy, You know them from Oakwood?
Same,
Yep.
same.
Yep. There's something special about
Yes.
that place. And man, have you ever taken a look at the graduates from Oakwood? Amazing.
I'm
Grammy Award winners, top physicians.
all the
I mean,
areas.
we
All
are
the areas.
Oakwood alum. Listen, if you graduated from Oakwood and you're on this pot, let's put it in the chat. Put it in.
I want to see
Oakwood
some
has produced.
OUs. I
Yeah,
want to see some OUs in the chat.
Oakwood has produced some really amazing scholars,
Yes.
musicians,
Yes.
athletes, like whatever you're looking for. Listen, this is a shameless plug. I need to be getting some sponsorship money. But but Oakwood, really, I credit Oakwood with a lot. I really do. A producer of this program is an Oakwoodite. So, and shout
Why
out to
am I
Oakwood
surprised?
Social Work because,
Why would I be surprised? Why would I be
well, it's, Oakwood.
Exactly.
So not only has Oakwood produced like some amazing people,
Mm.
we have produced amazing people who are now doctors, and you are one of them, right? So, and you're doing it, Doc. You're doing it. You're doing it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So tonight, Doc, we're talking about how to research
Mhm.
where you should get your degree without being overwhelmed. Without being overwhelmed. And so I'm going to give like 4 kind of points for people to consider, but I want you to interject whenever you feel
Absolutely.
so led. And I might ask you a few questions too.
Sure.
The first step is to ask God before asking Google.
You know, I often say to my patients, I say to people I'm talking to, God didn't put a dream inside you to tease you.
Mm,
So if it's there, if the spark is there, if the thought is there, if the kernel is there, it's for you to do.
yeah.
And then and one of my newest sayings that my kids always, they're like, oh my gosh, here, mama says this, right? The hows are the domains of God. So
Mm,
how you're supposed to get there, or how you're
mm,
supposed to get to that school, or how you're supposed to get into that program, it's not for you to know at that moment.
mm,
You just need to know you're the vessel.
mm.
You are the chosen vessel for whatever that dream is, because your research matters, as Dr. Kesslin always says. And it
Always.
really does. I'm about to give a major talk, one of many that I do, discussing some research, the Women's
Mm,
Health Initiative,
yes.
and how that impacted women for the last 25 years.
And let me go back. When you were, because we've known each other, you may have been in high school when I met you,
I think so.
right? When you were in high school, did you envision that you would be on this stage, or did you just feel like, I think I'm supposed to be a doctor?
Oh, that's a great question.
Like, did God just show you the whole thing, or did God just, like, how did that work for you?
I remember saying at the age of 12 to my parents, and the reason I say 12, this is just so like in stamped in my brain,
Yeah.
is because at the time my mother was working in she was doing some community work, and I don't even know how she got involved, but she was working with some mothers, that were about to have their babies at a community center or some type of community program, and she brought home this VHS tape. Okay, y'all, we had the VHS.
I know about that. I know about that.
And it was called The Miracle of Life.
Yes, I used to show that to my students. Yes.
It takes you through the whole thing, and it ends up with the live birth at the end.
Yes.
And I remember I feel like I was standing at the TV going, oh my gosh, I want to do that.
Wow.
Like that right there. Like, that's so cool.
Wow.
And I remember saying, I want to be a doctor. As I got older and kept going, I kept saying, because a lot of people will give you a lot of advice, And one of them, my parents, I'm so grateful for them. I tell people all the time, I was blessed to come from a two-parent household.
Mhm.
And my brother and I tease our parents all the time, and we would say, Daddy was our cheerleader and Mama was our coach. And,
Wow.
we'd come in and
Wow.
say, I want to go to the moon. And Daddy would say, yes, you can do it. All right. Mama would be like, I need the SOP. I need to know plan A, B, C, D, E, G, F, all the things down.
I can see it, Miss Webb. Mhm.
Okay, what are we doing? I need to know the whole thing, right? And so when I said I want to be a doctor, they were like, we're not physicians. You need to find yourself around one so that you know if this is truly what you want to do, because they knew the time and the money investment would be significant.
Mhm.
And so they wanted me to have an experience so that I
Mhm.
could say, oh, wow, yeah, it is what I'm thinking, what
Mhm.
I am envisioning. And yes, this is what I want to do.
Yeah,
So from the time I was 13 years old till
I
I
I
left
remember this.
Oakwood,
Always had an internship somewhere.
I actually,
Always were working, you were.
that's when I was with Dr. Hicks' office.
Yep.
I learned every aspect of the office from that time.
Yeah.
And so I did know that I wanted to be a doctor, but the caveat, Dr. Kesslin, was that I always said, but I'm not going to be a traditional doctor. I was like, I don't know how that looks. I don't know what that means, but I'm not going to be a traditional doctor.
And do you think God planted that seed?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. I have always marched to the beat of my own drummer.
That's true,
Um,
everybody. That's true.
I'm telling you, my mother she will vouch for this. She's just like, my child. If she says she gonna do something, and she would be like, but have you considered? Oh, and I just don't, I don't know. It's just gonna get done.
Yeah,
It just is. It
yeah.
just is. And that's why it's interesting that that the Bible would remind us that we need to be as little children,
Mhm.
because when we are little and we have that innocence, we feel we can conquer and we can do
Anything.
anything.
Yeah,
And then the world kind of comes and beats us up a little bit, and we can forget that.
yeah.
And so I'm at a point right
Oh,
now
I
in
needed
my
that.
own journey where I'm going, hey, you got to go back and meet that Lakeisha. Meet that seventh grade Lakeisha, that 10th grade Lakeisha that was a freshman at Oakwood College that was like, oh, I want to be in the research. Okay, well, what do I need to do? Oh, I need to change my major. Oh, then change my major from biochem to biology with a
Li
chemistry minor. I just let me do, what do I need to do? And that's the thing. The hows are the domain of God, y'all. If he
mm,
puts that little spark, that dream inside of you,
mm,
he does not do that to tease you.
mm. Let me just give a full disclosure, right? There are a few people in my life, in this current season of my life, who really have shaped the
Mm,
fact that I am here.
mm,
You are one of them. You are one of them. Really. I don't know. I mean, you know this, but you don't know that I'm going to say this. I remember, gosh, maybe it was 5 years ago now. And I had this dream. I said, I think I'm to, I know that I love doctoral coaching and I think I'm supposed to be doing it, but I don't know. And there's this program, but I don't have the money for the program. And I called you. Do you remember that?
now I
I
do.
called you and you said, Kesslin, if God has planted this seed and this vision in you, girl, don't make me cry. If God has planted this seed in your vision, in this vision for you, then you don't have to know how. Just pay the money and take the class. Put it on your credit card. You're going to get it back. Now, we're not advocating credit cards, but
But
you were
I'm
like,
just,
just Kesslin, God will make a way. Just invest, Kesslin, invest in yourself.
yes.
God will make a way. And because you told me that, I did not have the money. God knows. But I put the money down to make the investment in expanding doctoral coaching thing that I was doing. And because you validated the vision that God had given me, I am here 5 years later. You did that. Yes, you did. And it just hit me. You validated the vision and said, make the investment. And in essence, don't worry about how God's going to do it. Just do the part just take one step.
That's it.
One step.
That's it. We have to be Peter and get out the boat. And when we get out the boat, we have to keep our eyes on God, because if you look at that story, it was when he took his eyes off that he went under, right? When he said, "Oh, look at me, I'm doing all this stuff," and he looked back from where he had come from, then was not looking forward. And that is what we have to do. We have to let go of that which is behind us. We must, because there are people waiting on you all to do the research. We're waiting.
Yeah.
We are waiting.
Yeah. That's powerful. So ask God before asking Google. That's not to say you shouldn't ask Google or even friends. Ask God, because God has given you that spark, that desire, that seed, that thought. Maybe this is where I should go. Ask God. Don't worry about the how. Just ask God, and God will reveal all of that to you, right? If you don't start there, you're kind of starting behind.
Yeah.
Right? But ask God. Second point. All right. Assess the key factors that matter most. Now, this is a practical step, right? The first one is practical too, but this is an even more practical step, right? So I said, ask God before you ask Google. The second is assess the key factors that matter most when you're choosing a doc program. You want to think about what type of degree you want to get. Dr. Lakeisha took the MD route because she knew in the final analysis she wanted to be a doctor, even in a non-traditional sense, right? I chose the PhD route because I wanted to teach and I wanted to do research, right? So think about your degree type, think about modality. That's really important. Do you want to be fully online? I don't think I could do a fully online program. I need contact with people. But think about the modality: fully online, hybrid, in person, asynchronous, synchronous. What works best for your learning type? Think about time commitments. Listen, there are some doctoral programs that you can't finish in 2 years. I'm going to come back to that. There are some doctoral programs that are 5 years. There are some specialty programs you have to take a certain amount of time to get your MD, and then you have to go and do other things, right? So think about your specialty. Think about the cost. Okay. And whether you're getting some kind of financial support. Think about tuition, fees, hidden expenses. Think about the faculty fit. We're talking about assessing the key factors that matter most to you. Does the school, I've talked about this so many times, does the school have a faculty member that has research or experience that aligns with where you want to go? Right? So think about doctoral fit. Think about your family fit. That's important. If you have family, do you want to be in a doctoral program that has you away from your family? Does it need to be a doctoral program in your local vicinity? Think about your family and what your family needs are before or while you're choosing your doc program. Does the program have a dissertation, a capstone, rounds? What does the program have for you? Cohort model, individual model? Is it accredited? Oh. So let me just pause because I feel a push. There are things called degree mills. Have you ever heard of a degree mill, Doc?
I've never heard of it, but it conjures up an image of kind of like running you through it.
Just running you through it.
Yeah.
They give you a degree, but you don't know enough to be successful when you leave. So you get a degree in a year.
Right.
But listen, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I've said it before. No doctoral program is going to be able to thoroughly prepare you for what a doctor should be in 8 months, in a year, maybe not in 2 years. You will get the short end of the stick if you go to a university that is a degree mill. You're gonna get people are gonna call you doctor, but you're not gonna have everything that you need to know as a doctor, as a leader in your area, as a scholar, as the head practitioner. Doc, can you imagine getting your MD in a year? Would you go to a doctor who got their MD in a year? No. Like, you want to go to the best of the best. Like, you want to go to somebody who graduated from a school who has substance.
That part.
Okay.
That part.
Yeah.
So has a track record.
Has a track record.
Good track record. And
absolutely.
Has some fruit on the tree.
Absolutely. You listen. Take the time to do the investigation. Assess the key factors that matter most. You're going to be investing your money and your time. Don't shortchange yourself. Look at the graduation rates. Do they graduate people who look like you? Hello. Do they graduate people who look like you? Do your research. There are some other factors to consider that I've written in the book, Doing the Doctorate, but do your research. Assess the key factors that matter most. Third point, do the research. No one else will do the work better than you. So take your trips to the school, go to the school's website, watch the webinars, do your research. So assessing means you're really thinking about what works for you. But the next part is actually doing the research, making the phone calls to the schools, having the interviews, talking to the faculty. Do your research. Point 4, acknowledge the red flags. Watch out for them. No school is perfect, but there are some imperfections that you may not be able to live with.
Dr. Kessler, you asking people to be really honest with themselves.
I am.
And to take off some rose-colored glasses.
Yes, absolutely. Because this is your life. I'm trying to make it easier for you, but you have to be honest about what your needs are, what your strengths and weaknesses are. Maybe I shouldn't say weaknesses, challenges, whatever you call them. What the school has to offer and what it doesn't. Right? It's not an easy journey, but it will be easier if you choose the right program for you. So, Doc, we kind of over time, but I do want to hear your story. How did you choose to go to Loma Linda? What was that route like for you? How did you choose that?
This is one of those things where actually it chose me.
Come on.
So at the time, they were starting a early selection program because, like you said, look and see, are they graduating people that look like me? At the time, all of those people that looked like me that were coming out of Oakwood College at the time were going to the Ohio State University.
My alma mater.
Okay. And there was some type of discussion with the president of Loma Linda at the time, Lynn Barron, and the dean of the School of Medicine. And they were like, why are we not getting these bright students that are in our sister institution? And somebody said, because y'all don't want them. You're not recruiting them. And at the time, one of our former presidents, Frank Hale, was at Ohio State. And he knew the goal that was in his backyard. And they had created a wonderful pipeline to the Ohio State.
Thank you.
I have one of my good girlfriends. She got her master's in teaching and mathematics from the Ohio State. right out of Oakwood, and a whole lineage, legacy of other people. And so they wanted to start this program, and they came down and they started the interview process. They, are looking at our biology department, our chemistry department, biochemistry, the sciences, and they're just like, what? Yeah, why are we not? So they put together a program, and we had to apply. The caveat was that if we got into Loma Linda, we could not market ourselves to any other medical school.
Mm.
And so they waived the MCAT, so didn't have to do the MCAT. It was based solely on our grades, and we started doing a exchange program at Loma Linda. So in my junior year, I started going to Loma Linda.
Wow. Wow.
And literally spent the first semester of my senior year there doing 2 medical school classes, anatomy and biochemistry.
Mm.
And so we could experience medical school, we could learn the pace, we could, they even gave us some study skills courses that were there. Speed reading was even one of them because of the volume of information that we would have. They even taught us shorthand, like what stenographers do, to try and help us with note taking. And so I knew I was accepted to Loma Linda as early as my junior year.
Wow.
At Oakwood. So this was one of those things. And again, going back to Dr. Hicks, it was his alma mater. He was part of this committee that was starting this program. And he was like, Keisha, why don't you just apply? I was not going to Loma Linda. I was going to Meharry because it was up the street and it was Black, and I knew, and my cousin had gone, and uncle, all the, the uncles of the family that my parents knew, and the aunts, everybody had gone to Meharry. I was going to Meharry.
Wow.
That was a no-brainer. So when this opportunity came up, and I was like, and you sit with it and you're like, okay, when something starts seeking you out and things just start happening and it starts clicking and it starts, like I said, the hows are not the domain of you.
Yeah.
And so when all of this just fell into place, it's almost like my mom says, it just fell in my lap.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I'm doing my part. I'm studying, I'm going to class, I'm doing all the things so that I could be eligible. And then as I'm eligible, when they decided, I was part of the first 5 for that program.
Wow.
And so that's how I got to Loma Linda. And going there, we were one of few people of color.
Wow.
And I believe part of it was my journey is that as I went there, I had hiccups along the way and did not know at the time that I had a learning difference, and not understanding why test taking sometimes, test taking was just that little glitch. I could do, as you all can see, I can do the orals, I could do my clinicals. Everybody's like, what? If you talk to me, yes, I could pass all of that, but the written test was the challenge. And so sitting there, I remember sitting at one of the committee meetings saying, look here, the Lord told me I'm supposed to be here. So y'all figure it out. And then y'all tell me what I need to do so that I can pass this stage and let's move on. And so Loma Linda, actually, it was one of those things where, God put them in my path because they chose me. Wow. And it was one of the greatest things, it's part of my story. It's part of who I am. I tell people, look, I've been through the super Adventist system. I went through Oakwood Elementary, Oakwood Academy, Oakwood College, Loma Linda, went to White Memorial, is the sister institution for part of my residency. My first job was at Washington Adventist Hospital.
Wow.
All of that. But be open to the leadings of the Holy Spirit. Be open and know that when something comes in your path, when something comes to you, it is for you. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh man, I appreciate you for speaking into my life. Thank you.
And I appreciate you, Kathleen. So people don't understand. So y'all, this camaraderie, this relationship, this sisterhood goes both ways.
Oh,
Both ways. Okay. She has come to California to just hug my neck.
facts.
Okay.
Facts.
I mean, all that goodness. So when you are in your purpose, when you are walking in your purpose, you have not stumbled upon Dr. Kesslin for no reason.
Mm.
You have you were led here so that you can be validated, so that you can know it is time for you to move forward.
And I can help you. That's a part of my purpose. Gosh,
That's
I
it.
wish people understood that this is a part of my purpose.
That's
This
it.
is a part of helping people get into their purpose,
That's it.
right?
That's
And
it.
so I'm the coach, I'm the consultant, I'm the guide to help you be able to fulfill what you're called to fulfill.
That's it. That's it.
God planted that seed just like you were for me, Dr. Lakeisha. The seed was there and you said, let's do it. You can do it. Make the investment. I'm like, you can do it. God called you to be a DBA or a PhD or EDD or whatever your
All of
doctorate
it.
is in. I'm here to help you because I understand that the world needs you. So thank you. Thank you for being my sister and my friend and for jumping on the call at literally 10 minutes to 8. I called and she said, yeah. So thank you. My sister is so crazy. She said, Meharry, yes, Meharry alumna. She is. She's a Meharry alumna. She is. But thank y'all so much. Thank you, Dr. Keisha, for being here. Next week, I'll talk about some of the practical strategies, right? Some of the practical strategies for choosing a school and going through the process of organizing your thoughts. So I'll talk about that next week. But anyway, for tonight, I just want to thank you again for being here. Don't forget to pick up the resource Doing the Doctorate, What to Know, Where to Go, and How to Begin to Win. Pick that up. That's going to give you some really important tools for making some decisions about your doctoral journey. Yep, we have some important, some exciting things coming up. Stay tuned. You'll hear more about it. Join us next Sunday night at 8 o'clock. We are moving forward in our journey toward helping you get your doctorate. In the meanwhile, remember the doctoral degree. It is not merely a degree of intelligence. It is a degree of persistence. And we are here to help you persist. Why? Because your research matters. I'll see you next week. Talk to you soon. Have a good one, everybody. Love you, mom and dad. Bye.